of you that this is your first time that you're joining Speak Home. If you are first time joining Speak Home, please type 1. Okay, so our audience a bit shy lah. It's okay. So everyone, hope you guys just wait for a couple of minutes. Like about yes, Ivy, good morning. Say hi to our friends on Facebook, YouTube, everywhere. Yeah. Ivy, you need to switch on your mic. Take turn. Yep.
You on first.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
So hi everyone. So welcome to our first live webinar, and thank you for watching this wherever you're watching this from YouTube, from Facebook, from this
Twitter.
Twitter. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, so many platforms today. I never live on Twitter before. This is like really the first time.
Good. It's good.
Yeah. So with our session, there's no dumb questions. Even if you with the most basic question, feel free to ask us. We are very happy to answer you today. And if you have any questions in regards to how to grow your money or how to manage your money, feel free to ask us as well.
Cool. No problem. And also, Ying, probably also can say a few words to our audience.
Hi everyone. On a Monday, some as like Paul said, everyone is very busy, maybe being on a Monday, but still being able to join us here today. I'm so happy. And like how Ivy said, there is no dumb questions. There is no don't need to be shy of your questions. We are open to any questions, and just feel free to ask us.
Cool. So Ivy and also Ying, probably just in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to play a couple of video of Speak Home. So later, yeah, and also I will play a video from your channel. So while we're waiting, then yeah, you guys can just switch off your camera for a bit. Then 11 o'clock sharp, then we will start again. So before your sessions, I will just take 5 to 8 minutes to do explanations about Speak Home. Okay, no problem. Cool. Take care.
I need a 没有 turn off 啊
The mic is still on.
Sorry.
Ivy, the mic is still on. Yes, now it's turned off. Yeah. Cool, guys. For those who just joining us, please yeah, we will start at 11 sharp. No worry. Yeah.
In this video, we want to share with you our own personal experience on how we save our
first 100,000.
We'll be sharing
5 most important
that we have learned that will help you to achieve your first 100,000. My name is Ying.
My name is Ivy, and welcome back to the Financial Fitness Channel. First of all, don't worry about how much is your income right now, because I believe some of you might be thinking, hey, I don't earn a high income, so how am I going to achieve my first 100,000?
So it really doesn't matter how much you earn, because the most important thing is that you need to start with the right mindset and the determination to achieve your goal.
I actually managed to save my first 100,000 in 5 years' time, and I started with zero income. So how I made it happen for me? I first started by setting a plan and a goal. How fast I want to achieve my 100,000 and how I want to do it.
For example, to achieve 100,000 in 5 years, you will need to save 1,660 monthly. I know this figure may scare most of you out there, but there are some tips that you can have to make it easier for you to achieve this. So first thing first, you need to start your own monthly budgeting plan. We have to control the leakage for the reserve to grow.
If you are a fresh grad with just 2,500 income a month, like any other normal fresh grad, we generally recommend that you pay your monthly commitment first, then set aside your fixed savings at 20 to 40% maximum. After that, leave the balance as your monthly allowance. Make a weekly spending plan and spend within your budget.
You can even set aside 1 or 2 cheat days where you can indulge yourself, but don't go overboard. At the end of the month, if you have any balance left, you can always put it in your 100,000 fund or keep it as a holiday fund at the end of the year.
So if you can save about 500 monthly, it will take you about 16 years to get your first 100,000.
So long?
Yeah, because remember, this is just 20% of your income. If you can save more like 40%, which is 1,000, it will take about 8 years. So it all depends on how fast you want to get your 100,000 and how long you can keep your expenses low. But generally, 20% is the recommended ratio to maintain.
And also, you will have salary increment over the years. You won't be saving 500 forever. You are saving 20% on your income. So when your income increases, your savings will increase as well. If you are already working full-time at a fixed income and you want to achieve 100,000 faster, you will have to use your extra time to earn extra. That is the most direct way.
Now there's approximately 200,000 Grab drivers out there, and 150,000 of them are part-timers. That's 75%. An average part-time Grab driver that only works on the weekends earns about 300 ringgit a week. That's 1,200 a month. If you can manage to save that to your end of the year 100,000 fund, you will add an additional 15,600 ringgit. That's a lot.
Being a part-time Grab driver can help you increase your income by at least 20%. This is just one of the examples. There are also other ways that you can find to increase your income, such as cooking for others, translating, providing professional skills such as tutoring, secretarial tasks, or even insurance agent or agents. There are unlimited choices, so don't underestimate the small earnings from side incomes. Just like what our parents would say, time is money. If you're wasting time, you are wasting money.
Another great tip is increasing the value of your time. If you compare the hourly pay of a clerk and a manager, you'll notice that the clerk will have to work 5 times longer just to have the same pay as the manager, and that is the value of time.
Everyone only have 24 hours in a day. You can do a lot, but there is only so much you can do. So if you want to earn more, you need to increase the value of your time. You can do that by improving your knowledge and your skills, like going for courses or trainings.
A secretary with no certification earns about 4,000 a month. On the other hand, a secretary with certification earns 8,000 a month. That's double the salary just by one piece of paper.
I having an extra skill or two can make a difference in your income, such as sales skills, presentation skills, language skills, or even leadership skills. And most of these you can learn on your own. With YouTube access nowadays and the internet, there are many materials and information that you can look up for free. You can also join associations like Toastmasters Club or simply just step out of your comfort zone and take up new challenges at work.
Another tip I like to give you is use your money to grow more money. Put your money into a high interest account like fixed deposit. If you compare, fixed deposits generally give you about 3 to 4%, whereas your normal savings account is only 2%.
Hi, good morning, everyone. So now still have left 2 minutes. So I also don't want to like keep on playing videos, right? I think like some of your friends is like a bit, yeah, they looking for some engagement. So good morning, guys. Thank you for really putting your time, able to attend today's Speak Home webinar. My name is Paul. I'm from Speak Home Marketing. I think this is the 5th webinars that we have over the past week. So thank you for really allocate your time to join today's webinar. So today, what are we going to talk about? So today we invite a very interesting speaker. She's from both speakers. Okay, so today we have 2 speakers. Okay, in one section. So what they are going to share with us is about how can you plan to succeed on your, how can you succeed, okay, how can learn how to build a healthy financial fitness program. Okay, financial fitness, they are the founders of the financial fitness, that Miss Ivy and also Ying. So both of them, they will share with us about the financial fit, how can you build a healthy financial plan, and also how to you to have learn, okay, what kind of, especially in right now, this kind of very critical moments. Probably some of you lost your job, or some of you get salary cut, but that is also always, that is in Chinese we always say that when there is some crisis, there always is some opportunity there. So Miss Ivy and also Miss Jing, today they will share with us about, right, how can you have a good and correct mindset, like to start your own healthy financial fitness program. So this is something, okay, like us, right, we do exercise, everything, right? So but I think very rare, some of us is very few of us we will do some planning on exercise on our financial healthy. So yeah, stay tuned. So before the event really kickstart, I will, like normal, I will take a 5 to 8 minutes, just give everyone's like, because today this event is held by Speak Home. So I hope you guys don't mind. I take a 5 to 8 minutes, just do a very quick introduction. What is Speak Home and how Speak Home? Probably some of you are landlords, and also I will give out a small freebie at the end after I finish the sharing about Speak Home. So please just give me a 5 to 8 minutes. Thank you so much, guys. So today, okay, what we are going to share is about, okay, before Speak Home. So what is Speak Home? Actually, we are the rental platform that will help the tenant and the landlord to connect the tenant and the landlord. Tenant, they find a house. Landlord, they got a tenant. So we are the rental platform. So what is the biggest difference at Speak Home and the other rental platform? The first one is when you post your property and then you advertise on Speak Home, it's totally free. And if your house is in KL or certain area in Selangor, we will provide you a free house viewing services. Means that we will send a runner to open a door for you and then to take a video, to take picture for you for free. So number 3, so we will help the landlord to check the tenant background. So what's the tenant background check? Is included. We will ask them to provide us their financial credit score, 3-month bank statements, and also their appointment letter to check it out. Is it this tenant, they are a good payment master or not? So number 4, we will help the landlord to prepare a tenancy agreement, and then we will sign it online. It's purely online. The last step, because we are the selling our Speed Home unique USP is selling zero deposit. So but the zero deposit is protected by the insurance. So this is the last step, when only we get you successfully get you a tenant, we will ask the landlord to buy an insurance from Speed Home to protect their property, and we will do a free rental collections. So that's as simple as that. So Speed Home, actually we used to name ourselves Speed Rent. So we rebrand in during 2018. So our CEO, Mr. Wong Wei Ming, he's a technology veteran. He founded 3 business, and Speed Home is his 4th business. So we do our rebrand during 2019. So we have our app downloads. You will see the numbers I just shared here, and basically you will see all the Malaysia mainstream media that it covers our news. So faith co-founders, and alongside, like while we building our business, we have we have a couple of round of fundraising. So we raised through crowdfunding, and also IJM invest through their subsidiary IJM RE 1.5 million, and also faith co-founder Joel New and Yo Chin Cho also our investors also. So during our launching day, we have invited Allianz Management and also IJM Management, and our Housing and Local Government Minister, Wabi Zuraida. She also one of our guests. So let me share a bit on what is so different than our other one else in Speed Home. So Speed Home, we provide a better quality tenants. You can direct communicate with your tenants, and the zero deposit will help you faster to rent out your house, and also you are avoiding the price war. We will provide the free viewing management, means that we'll help someone to open your house and then show to the prospect, and also do the free rental collections. So when I see, it's very quite normal when the landlord, while they see zero deposit, they get triggered. Then what means like the tenants can move into the house and just disappears as they want, because no deposit so they don't need to clear out the house. Anything happens, the losses will be afforded by the landlord. I would say this is not wrong. This is wrong. Sorry, I would say this is not correct, because our zero deposit, the first one is not everyone can rent through us. So you have 5 different benefits. The first one is you will maximize your tenant portfolio, and that is basically no risk for you. And your property will always be the first choice, and you can avoid the price war. And your rental is going to be so much faster compared to your competitors. Can you imagine that? I'm living in Star Park. It just around within 2 kilometers around my neighborhood, that is 4 brand new condo, just finished, completed, and ready to rent. So that is around 8,000 to nearly to 10,000 supply in one area. So this is some things that, how can you beat your competitors? I think our zero deposit USP is the very strong, powerful weapon. And if let's say if the tenant run away, the insurance will compensate your loss. And if the tenant damage your furniture, if the damage they didn't clean up or they leave, you also can claim through the insurance. So let me take another 2 minutes to explain about the tenant background check. So just now I already briefed already. So Malaysian, if they're Malaysian, their IC, employment letter, bank statement, credit scoring. So this is the 4 things that we're going to check. If they're foreigners, and if they live more than 1 year, we will ask them student ID, that says I have the valid student ID, their school appointment letter, the university offer letter, bank statement, and also their passport, visa. Okay, passport and visa copy. So only legit foreigners, legit local workers, they can rent through Speed Home. So this is our insurance package. So we have basic, extended, and extended plus. Because due of the time, I don't have time to explain 3 packages. Just let me highlight one of our top extended plus insurance package. So our insurance package, right, extended plus, the charges is equally to 1.5 months of your rental. What will happen if the tenant didn't pay the rent? We will pay you first, and we will support the eviction service. If the tenant occupy your house and didn't pay the rent, we will pay the rent through the tenant. In the meanwhile, we will apply the court order. We will file a court order to help you to execute help you to evict the tenant. and without charges. Okay, the lawyer fee on us. If the tenant occupy your house didn't pay, the fee is on us. So we will use like normal. We will use the experience checking. If the tenant just disappeared, and we will pay you 2 month rental. If the house utilities and also you need to clean up, you can claim up to 2K from the insurance company. And if your house is a fully furnished unit, all the movable furniture, it can claim up to 30K. So this is our extended plus services. Only extended plus services, we will have a full support on the evictions. And also, if the tenant didn't pay the rent, okay, and still living in your house, Speed Home will pay until we evict the tenant or the tenancy end. So the last two things that I'm going to share with you, we have a landlord group already have 5K users. We have a landlord group already built like around 5.1K users. So you can just feel free to join. You can just copy this QR. Okay. So this is an association of landlord Malaysia. You can just copy this QR code, screen it up, and then you join our group later. So, and we have our Telegram channel. If you don't want to miss out our Telegram channel, all our event, you also can screenshot this QR. Later, you can join our Telegram channel. Okay. Okay, the last one. So today is I need to give you guys something, right? Because you guys is like so generous. You really allocated this time for joining Speed Home webinar. So I want to give you out a very free a freebies. If you are the landlords and you never registered with Speed Home before, you never upload a platform on Speed Home platform. So we will give you an insurance free upgrade. How do you get this free upgrade? My colleague will share a link here. You just fill up the form. Like the link will bring you, will direct you to this website. Okay, and then you just click on the link. Then you can just straight fill up the form and upload your property. You will get a free insurance upgrade. You will get an increase on the on-time rental. So means that you get a free on-time rental upgrade and also a inconvenience benefit upgrade. So this is definitely free. So this is some things that we offer to our friends today. Okay, no problem. Ivy, the airtime from Speed Home, I think is almost end. So would you guys just say hello? Yeah, I think. Ivy? Yeah, Ying. Okay.
Yeah, hi. So shall I share screen now?
No problem. Just give me 1 minute. Okay. I just give a very quick introduction. So okay, how did I know Ivy and also Ying? Because one day when I just scrolling on my YouTube, I just go through a couple of the financial planning video, and and then Ivy and Ying they create very nice and very interesting content. So what's their channel on YouTube? The financial fitness. Okay, so it's a very interesting YouTube channel. So you guys should subscribe later right after they present, and also there are the financials industry practice. Okay, what kind of business? Probably later you guys can just engage with her. So I also don't want to take up too much of time. So I pass the stage to Ivy and Ing. So I will be close my camera. Okay. Cool. Yeah, you get the stage.
Okay. Okay, let me just see if everything is all right. Okay. So let me know if, let's say, you cannot see my screen or you face any technical difficulties, because Paul will help you with the technical difficulties. I'm not very good with all this technical stuff. Okay. So I'm very happy to speak here today, me and my partner here. If some of you still do not know, my partner and I, we are basically sisters, and we started this channel since last year. We call ourselves the Financial Fitness Channel, and this is basically our kind of like a part-time thing. We started out as a part-time thing, but now we are slowly going through making it into our part of our life, making it into a full time. And this is just some of our portfolio. So I started this financial fitness channel first. My background is I'm from Bachelor's of Economics and Marketing from University of Sydney. And after I graduated, I actually joined in the bank industry for a while, but then I wasn't happy with the lifestyle. And after that, I joined the insurance and unit trust industry since 2013. And I achieved a few awards, and then I got my certified wealth planner since 2018, and I have helped 400 and more clients with their personal finance. And Ying here, she graduated as the Bachelor of Commerce from University of Queensland. She joined the unit trust and also the insurance industry since 2016. Certified wealth planner since 2018. She is also an MDRT. She's way better than me. Okay, since in the year of pandemic, actually at year 2020, and she personally have helped assisted 300 clients and above with their personal finance. But I don't want to talk too much about us today. I want to talk more about our page and why you should follow us. Okay, so this is actually our page, the Financial Fitness channel. And as you can see here, the design is actually designed by Ying herself, while I'm actually the one who edit the videos. So we both put a lot of effort into this channel, helping people to understand finance in a better way. So why we started the financial fitness is because we wanted to help more Malaysians to be financially literate. We noticed that there are so many people out there who has strong interest to learn on how to better their finance. Like me, myself, personally, ever since I graduated from Sydney University, even though it's a prestigious university, when I came back here, I don't even know the simplest thing like what exactly is a check account, what exactly is a saving account. And it's not something that you will ask your friends. And it's not something that you dare to ask the adults as well, the seniors. I remember last time when I asked my senior at the banking line, they would say, huh, something simple like this, you also don't know. You know, there's this idea in among especially Asians, as if like you're supposed to know. It's like common sense you're supposed to know. And because of this barrier, we are so reluctant to ask, even though actually it's not really common sense. You can, if I don't know, that means I don't know. I want to ask, but I don't dare to ask. And that's why we created this platform. We wanted to make finance easy and also simple to learn. And there is no such thing as a stupid question. Even the simplest things, like the other day I got a YouTube subscriber asked me, how does a credit card work? It's okay, just ask. So today is a question and answer kind of session. So if you have any other questions, please do ask us. So we started this from March 2020, and we have grown from 300 subscribers to recently 5,000 subscribers today. And if you stay until the end, we actually got something free for you that can help you better your finance. So please do stay with us here. So if you'd like to know more about our channel, you can actually scan this QR code or just follow us at YouTube, The Financial Fitness, and you'll find us. And without further ado, let me just have Ying here to start with the session. Okay, so today we won't highlight too many because the personal finance actually is a very wide area to cover. So we will just highlight a few things that you need to know during this critical time and period. So Ying here will help cover how to pandemic proof your wealth, so that if in case in the future there is another pandemic happen, you will never have to worry about that anymore. While I myself, I will share my own portfolio, and also I will teach you how to design the right financial strategy for your portfolio. Okay. So without further ado, let me just have Ying come in.
Hi everyone. Okay, so let me just share my screen. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so like Paul also mentioned, ever since the pandemic, everyone has been facing a lot of unemployment, a lot of worry, and a lot of uncertainty. And indeed, in Malaysia, 60% have struggled to survive because of unemployment. And some people even said that we have to ration our meals. It's like during wartime like that. And people getting pay cuts are struggling to pay their rents and also their commitments. So a lot of Malaysians are actually facing this problem right now. Okay. So actually, why? Why do you think that um, the pandemic actually have such a huge effect on our finances? So the main reason is because 1 in 3 Malaysians are actually living from paycheck to paycheck. Once, as you can see from this image, gaji in, okay, you pay your loan, you pay your rent, you pay your credit card. Most of your gaji is really out already from paycheck to paycheck. And a lot of Malaysians, they cannot survive more than 3 months if they lose their job. And most of us are actually spending more than we earn by swiping our credit card, adding more debt to our finances. So today we want to avoid this. We want to stop living from paycheck to paycheck, and we want to stop being worried that another pandemic might hit. And even if today it's not a pandemic, it's another crisis, a personal crisis, you will also still face the same problem again and again. So to avoid this, we need a very stable financial pyramid. As you can see here, the pyramid is very stable if you started out right. If you started out with managing your money, you build your safety net, then you start accumulating your wealth, preserving and leaving a legacy. But let me actually put it in a layman term. What do you mean by managing your money? Having a positive cash flow. Basically, every month when you receive your income, you spend, you must still have a balance, a positive cash flow. And second will be building your safety net, which is actually developing a stable savings or emergency fund insurance. Then only you start to invest. Convert your investments to incomes and also build a legacy. So a lot of people are actually struggling with the bottom two, managing the money and also building their own safety net, which is basically, if I were to categorize it, is savings. And the top three would be investing. But a lot of Malaysians today, we are eager to invest. We are eager with high returns and we are eager to live like how wealthy people do. We are eager to see that, oh, I want to make what little money I have and I want to make that money grow. And we are very, very eager to do that. And especially when we jump into property investing. Property investing is not only an investment, but it is also a commitment bounded with loan. So a lot of people will get stuck if their base is not stable, their foundation is not stable today. So a lot of people, they feel that I have no money is because I'm not investing. Do you think this is really true? That just because you're not investing, that's why you don't have any money? Actually, it is not true. Okay. A lot of people, they are very eager to invest. They end up creating a very unstable foundation whereby they are trying to balance their entire wealth on a ball. And a ball, it wobbles and it's very unstable. And yet we are still eager to invest, to build our wealth. So one day, like the pandemic, if or like just a very um, light wind blows only, this will fall, the whole thing will collapse, the whole thing will crumble. So we want to avoid this. We don't want to be unstable anymore. And this is what a lot of us are actually trying to do. So we are trying to, we try to balance everything, like a seesaw on a ball. So today we want to build a stable foundation. So how do we do that? We have to start off with a very, very basic, the lowest level, which is managing our money. So to manage our money, basically talk about money, we need to first get a job. We need to first find a way to procure the money first, which is income. So I believe everyone, when we started out working, after we graduate, we will look for a job and we receive our very first income. And then we will spend it, okay, which is minusing off our expenses. Then we will have our balance. So our goal here is to achieve a positive balance. So most of the time, if let's say today you are already at a negative cash flow, you are already at, after your income, you minus your high expenses, your net cash flow is already negative. What should you do now? And if you are already at a negative side, negative cash flow, it only means that you are already starting to use your savings to cover your expenses. Or if you don't have any savings, you're actually accumulating credit card bills. You're actually swiping your card to cover more expenses or taking out a personal loan. So what should you do now? What can we do to actually avoid this? Truthfully speaking, there is only two ways. Either we decrease our expenses or we increase our income. It's very blunt, I know, but this is the only way. Okay? Either we increase our income by looking for more part-time jobs to get side income, or we have to decrease our expenses through budgeting and reviewing our expenses, especially on subscriptions. Subscriptions is something that we commit monthly and it's auto deducted from our bank account. And most of the time we don't notice it. Like slowly every month we've been accumulating with all these subscriptions, and slowly it keeps on deducting and it accumulates, and we just, we don't notice it at all. So I want to say also, sometimes it's not your income, but your spending habits. If you see many our government, our ministry, they did surveys on how millennials actually spend their money. And most of them actually spend on the influence of social media because they want to keep up with the Jonases. They want to live like the Jonases. And another aspect is from car loan, unsustainable car loan. Take up a very, very high car loan and you can't afford it. 65,000 people actually declared bankrupt just because of car loans. So beware of your expenses. And are you only paying the minimum on your credit card? There is on your credit card loan. Okay, because according to our survey and also according to the ministry, to the finance ministry, they have did a survey that 47% of millennials are experiencing high credit card debts. And a part of being bankrupt due to personal loan and also car loan, there are also people getting bankrupt because of credit card loan. And this is because a lot of people are only paying minimum. If today you have an outstanding credit card balance of 10,000 ringgit with an 18% interest, if you pay minimum only, you will need to use 7 years and 4 months just to settle off a 10,000 ringgit credit card balance. That's a very, very long time. But if today you choose to pay fixed at 500 monthly, you can actually settle it in 2 years. And if you see the interest difference, it's a lot. If this, you were to put it in your savings or you were to invest it, you could have gotten so much more money and so much more return from it instead of paying it to the bank for a 10,000 credit card. Okay, I would like to share a story. This is actually my client. So I'll call him John now, but his real name is actually not John. So John, he's a pilot. He earns 40,000 monthly before the pandemic. Now, after the pandemic, he has a pay cut of around 75%. His current income is only 10,000, but he has a credit card outstanding of 100,000. Every month, he still have to pay around 4,000 ringgit to his credit card bills, even though he's paying minimum. And actually, this credit card outstanding credit card balance is not just recently he accumulated it. It's been for a very long time, and every month he's been paying only the minimum, only the minimum. He could have actually settled it given with his income. And when I spoke to him, when I actually reviewed his finances, when he first approached me that time, he can actually very much settle his credit card loan within like 1 or 2 years, but he chose not to because he feels that why should I? Never mind, I can just pay minimum and just let it be. My income is very stable. Nothing will happen to me. So indeed, pandemic actually happened, 75% pay cut. So even though he still has a income of 10,000, he still can afford to pay 4,000 monthly to his credit card loan. But it's such a burden. Almost half of your income is being used to pay your credit card loan. What about your other expenses? And he is married with 2 kids. So what about your other expenses? He has other loans like mortgage loans. And when he approached me that time, he was referred to me by another client. He was actually eager to do other investments because when he had the pay cut, he feels that okay, I need to do more investments so that I can get more return to cover my high expenses. I told him no, because investments are not guaranteed. Today, with your limited funds, you want to put it into investments. If Given with the unstable market right now, if the investment were to fail, how are you going to afford to pay your high expenses, your high amount of commitment and your loans? So today, John, or a few years ago, if John were to actually choose to pay fixed monthly, you could have settled it in 2 years. And if you were to see the interest, it's a huge difference. If he were to continue to pay minimum monthly, the total interest that he will be paying is actually 42,000, half of what he actually borrowed. And when I spoke to John, I asked him actually, why did you accumulate this, and why did you actually use your credit card for this? He told me it's because one of the reason was because his mom was hospitalized, and a huge chunk of it he used credit card to actually pay for it. So these are the things that's very unexpected. His mom unfortunately fell ill and needed to be hospitalized, and the medical bills is the one that he used the credit card to actually foot for it. So of course there are other expenses like lifestyle expenses and so on, but a huge chunk of it is actually from the medical bills. So I believe no one actually started out with negative cash flow. To have negative cash flow, to have actually like to spend on your credit card, or to actually take up a personal loan or a mortgage loan, the banks will only approve if you have an income in the first place. So if today we are all starting out working for the first time, we'll most probably have a positive cash flow because we have no debt. We don't have any credit card debt. We don't have any personal loan yet. We don't have any mortgage loan yet. But it's our expenses, our lifestyle expenses that accumulate over time, and also sudden expenses like the medical bills that John actually faced. Okay, sudden huge expenses that leads us to use our credit card loan, to take up personal loan, to have more debt payments and end up have a negative cash flow. So an emergency fund can actually help you solve this problem. If today you have a sudden expenses, but you have an emergency fund, it will actually help you to get away from debt, help you to avoid using your credit card. The rule of thumb for emergency funds are 3 to 6 months of your expenses, okay, or 3 to 6 months of your income. So today you can choose whether you want to prepare 3 to 6 months of your expenses or 3 to 6 months of your income. I personally, I prefer income because today, if anything were to happen to my job or to me, to my income, I would prefer that I have enough savings that can replace 3 to 6 months of my income so that I can be more flexible. I have more flexibility. But it's up to you. If 3 to 6 months of your income seems a bit like unattainable at the moment because the amount is too high, you can start with 3 to 6 months of your expenses, but minimum is actually 3 to 6 months. Okay. So this is another one of my clients. So David, I call him. So David is actually the one who introduced me to John. Okay. So David, he is also a pilot earning around 40,000 monthly, and he too has the same experience with the pandemic and same effect with his income. He has a pay cut of around 75%. His current income is 10,000, but David is not really affected by the pandemic actually in terms of his finances because he is very diligent in his savings. Even when first I met David, when I was talking to him about investment, about finances, he's very much aware of the importance of savings. And this is what he told me actually. When he told me that when I first started working, I don't have much. But I know that if I don't start saving now, I wouldn't have any in the future as well. And if Warren Buffett can lead a frugal lifestyle and still be rich, so why can't I? So this is actually what David told me. And till today, his investments he's still ongoing. He's still doing regular investment, even though his current income has been affected. And why he's able to do so, it's because he has a pool of emergency fund that he has already started saving since when he first gotten his job. Okay, so just to share. Okay, so after you have already gotten your managing your money in control, okay, next would be building your safety net. So as like I mentioned, building your safety net is by creating your emergency fund. So how to create your emergency fund? Step one, you first have to generate a positive cash flow. If today you don't have a positive cash flow, how are you going to save up for an emergency fund? Step two, you have to determine the emergency fund needed. As mentioned just now, rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months of your expenses, or you can also choose 3 to 6 months of your income. You can first start with 3 to 6 months of your expenses first, and then slowly you work up to saving up to 3 to 6 months of your income. Okay. Then create an automated saving. What does it mean by automated saving is don't do it manually. Every month, I believe all the banks have it right now. Auto recurring transfer. Use that function. Automatically transfer your saving amount every month to another saving account. And if you do that, you definitely be able to reach your emergency fund. And finally, review this every year because I believe our income increases, our expenses also increase. So you have to review this every year so that your emergency fund is actually sufficient for you in case of any crisis. So just like what Warren Buffett said, do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. So the formula is simple. Income, okay, you set aside a fixed amount of savings and then only you spend the balance. You save in an account that is not your spending account and use the recurring transfer function. I've shared this with many of my clients, and a lot of them, they are actually very happy with the result. Because after 1 year, they realize, wow, I've actually saved up so much and I didn't even notice it. The moment you do it manually, you will feel the pinch because you are the one who has to press that button every single month, and you have to determine the saving amount every single month. So don't do that. Use the recurring transfer function. It's there, it's free. Use it, utilize it. Okay, and then remember, emergency fund is for crisis only. After you saved up your emergency fund, after so many months of saving, so many years of saving, don't use it for investment. Don't take it lump sum and buck it in investment. If your investment is not working, if the market is down, just like last year during MCO, you will face huge losses. And if at that time is the time that you needed your money, you won't be able to, you won't be able to take it out, or you will suffer huge losses. And it is not for entertainment. This is not holiday fund, vacation fund, okay, renovation fund. No, this is emergency fund. It's only for crisis like loss of income and unemployment, or like accidents, or like legal issue, medical bills, or sudden house repair. Like I said, sudden, not renovation fund. No, it's sudden. Okay, crisis only. This is for your emergency fund. Okay, there are some tools that actually you can leverage on, so that you don't put in so much burden on your emergency fund. Because today your emergency fund, you only have so much emergency fund, but if there is a lot of crisis happening at the same time, your emergency fund might not be able to take it, might not be able to handle it as well. So it's good to actually leverage on tools like insurance, car insurance, travel insurance. If you want to cover your medical bills, will be medical insurance, and also income replacement insurance. So you can you can pass that risk, okay, pass that burden to the insurance company instead of bearing it yourself and solely depend on your emergency fund. Okay. So today I would like to say, don't blame the pandemic, because whatever that has happened, it's not actually because of the pandemic. Malaysians, even 4 years ago, okay, our government, our ministry, many of the financial sectors, they have already commented that 94% of Malaysians are actually just 6 months away from a financial crisis. This is way before the pandemic actually happened. And a lot of Malaysians are actually finding difficulties to even raise 1,000 ringgit for immediate cash if an emergency were to happen. So don't blame the pandemic. It is not the pandemic who caused all this. It's just that we are not prepared for it, because we don't have a stable financial pyramid. So our finances are already like a ticking time bomb. If we don't do something about it, with time it will explode. If today pandemic did not affect your finances, it doesn't mean that you're safe and you're secure. It just means that your financial crisis haven't happened yet. And if that crisis were to come into your life with an unstable financial pyramid, the whole thing will still collapse. So with savings, if you don't start somewhere, you're gonna go nowhere. To be on the peak of the mountain, you have to start climbing, and you have to have a stable pyramid. If the mountain that you are trying to build keeps on having earthquakes, it's not stable, how are you going to reach the peak? So that's it for from my part today. I hope everyone are able to take away something. Sorry, I'm a bit kanjong, but I hope everyone can have a good takeaway, and I will pass it to Ivy. Ivy? Oh, sorry.
Okay, let me just share my screen. If let's say you have any questions in regards to how to prepare your emergency fund, or any question in regards to whatever that Ying has shared, you can keep all your questions until the end, and we will address all of it at the same time. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you can see my screen. My screen on. All right, okay. Right, great. Okay, so just a disclaimer, we are not certified financial planners. I hope that everybody got that idea, okay? But we are in the midst of getting our certification. And actually this week we are planning to take our exam. We have to cram everything together within this week. So in terms of designing the right financial strategy for your portfolio, right, I will share my own personal financial strategy, and so far it has been working for me, and I will show you my results later. But if let's say you got any questions in regards to how I did it, you can keep it until the end. All right, okay. So let me just share with you what I've learned throughout the years of investing, and also how I grow my wealth. Before I do that, let me just address whatever you start, okay, no matter what project you do, you need to have a goal, correct? Okay, so if you haven't determined what is your goal yet, it's very hard for you to see whether you are there or not already. So whatever you start, you must start with a goal. So if you have a financial goal, ask yourself, what is your financial goal? And for me myself, my financial goal is basically just to retire comfortably, and also to own my own landed property. Okay, ultimately everybody's goal is to grow our wealth, correct? Okay, and this is the formula of what I used to know, okay, when I just graduated from university. Okay, I always thought that if I have an income, as long as I lower my expenses, okay, I will grow wealthier. Okay, so basically my salary, I don't spend so much, I reduce my expenses, and then I save whatever I have, then I can grow as wealthy as possible. But I noticed there is a problem with this model. So let me tell you what is the problem. I can grow my income, okay, but my income has very limit. The fact that whether I can grow my salary or not is not determined by me. It's determined by my boss. Okay, so that is one problem. The second problem is, even if let's say I have a higher salary, my time is limited. How much can I work? Okay, at one point in my life, I actually try to work from 10 to even like 16 hours a day. Okay, that was back when I was in university. I took a lot of part-time jobs. Okay, and I realized that even though I can do that when I was younger, in my 20s, okay, but when I approach towards my 30s, I'm 32 this year, by the way, not that old yet, but when I approach to my 30s, right, I realized that I'm very tired with this kind of life, and I only got that 24 hours a day. So no matter how hard I work, no matter how much time I put in, right, that is the maximum I can use my time to convert into money. And I still feel that no matter how much I work, I don't earn enough. And that is why this is another big problem: expenses. For some reason, as our life stage goes increase, okay, as you proceed with your life stage, whether you get married or you have children or your parents grow older, for some reason our expenses keep on getting higher. Okay, it's because of our lifestyle. Even if you try to control it, sometimes things are really unavoidable. And then there is also the fact of inflation. Last time, I remember, I still can buy like one nasi lemak for 2 ringgit, 1 ringgit, like that. I don't know how many years ago that was lah, but today you ask whoever who go out and buy food can still buy 1 ringgit nasi lemak not? Can, the nasi with sauce lah, basically lah, the egg also like kiam siap like that, don't want to give lah. So inflation is also a very big issue, I realize. And if let's say I continue with this formula, income minus expense, I will not get wealthy. Okay, so let me show you how the wealthy do their equation. So this is how the wealthy do their equation. They do not just have an active income, they also have a passive income. And I realized that I need to have more passive income whereby something can automatically generate an income for me without me putting too much time into it. All right. Expenses is actually secondary. Expenses, of course, I need to control, but it's secondary. Then I have to invest because time multiply the investment, I can only grow wealthier. Then after I grow, I earn from the investment, like I earn my dividend, I will put back into my passive income again. So this is the cycle for the wealthy. And this is how they grow richer, how the rich become richer and how the poor become poorer. All right. And so I have used this philosophy ever since 2013, from when I graduated until today, and it has been working for me. And I will show you my example. I won't say a lot of theory things. I believe that showing you case studies, showing how the practical things, like how I from starting from my this amount of savings to grow, how I grow into this amount of savings, it will be more practical for you. So let me show you how I grow my wealth. Every month or so, I won't do this very frequently, but every month or so, okay, I will actually record my monthly cash flow, okay? And this is actually very important, a very good habit to keep. So I actually list down the expenses that I will have every month or so. So you can see, like, I got car loan, I got insurance, I got investments, I got EPF, I got car maintenance, personal expenses, business expenses, so on and so forth. And my take-home salary, which is my active income, the job that I'm doing right now, okay, I earn about 12,000 ringgit. It's a good income, okay. I believe that many people out there at my age, okay, is not earning this income. I probably am above average, all right? But I also realize that if anything happens to my job today, all right, either I become sick or either my company bankrupt, hopefully don't not, but hopefully if I lose this active income today, all right, my expenses will definitely not be able to sustain. And when I realized this fact, I started to build more passive income. And this is a goal that I'm actually trying to aim right now. But at the same time, if you have listed a list of expenses of what you spend, all right, if a pandemic actually affect me, I also know immediately where I can cut. As you can see, I don't just put all of my money into personal expenses and also business expenses. I put a substantial amount into savings, emergency savings, and also my insurance and also my investments. So I set aside at least about 20 to 30% of what I earn into savings, so that if anything happens to my salary, I actually have something to fall back down. And I encourage anybody out there, viewers out there, to have a list of expenses, so that if the pandemic really do affect you, you don't panic, okay? Because you got this, you already know what to cut. And so these are the two things that I've been using to grow my wealth, okay? I've been using a passive income, and I also have been investing, okay? So today I will share you some of the passive income ideas, and also which investment actually will be more suitable for your own portfolio right now. So when I say passive income, okay, I meant passive income, not active income. So what do I mean by active income, right? Okay, so active income would be like, if you feel today your salary is not giving you, if your boss is not giving you enough salary, okay, that means you're not earning enough and you are planning to get a side hustle, okay, a part-time job. Active income would be something that you use your time to convert into money. So like Grab driver, Grab food, a lot of people do Grab food nowadays, dog walker, freelance worker, all these things is active income, all right? And for me, myself, I'm I got a few active income outside, and I also got passive income. So my suggestion is, whichever you want to choose for your side hustle, just choose a skill that you are good at, or at least one you can enjoy. Because you need to understand, you already have a 9 to 5 job, correct? You already have a 9 to 5 job. You're going to spend another maybe 5 to 6 hours on your side hustle. So you must at least choose one that you can enjoy, because you'll be spending 12 hours of your day to work. Is practically working, and if you don't enjoy it, you get very easily stressed, and I don't want you to fall sick because of that. So me myself, I'm an active trader online. Okay, so this is some of the income I've earned online. I actually trade a lot of shares online, and over the years, I earned quite a substantial amount. Even for last year, I managed to earn like at least 20% of my salary from just trading shares. And I also write online, and I also do YouTube online. Okay, so these are some of the active income that I've been doing for myself. But I'm not here to tell you which share to choose, because I'm not a professional share trader. I'm just a amateur share trader. I'm learning myself, but I'm just telling you that even for an amateur like me, okay, through research, through studying, with just Google itself, you can learn how to trade shares as well. Okay, you just need to put some effort into it. I've not paid a single class. I've not gone to any training to learn how to trade shares. All I did is Google how to start a trading account, how to start reading a share market, how to start reading a financial portfolio, so on and so forth. So passive income ideas. Passive income is basically something that you still have to put some effort into it, but in the long run, it will automatically generate money for you without putting more time into it. So for things like, for example, I got friends, I got clients, they sell their photos online, the photo stock, they write a book, they sell music, they sell art, they do blogging. So like me, I do YouTube, I sell my book online, and also dividend stock, and also rental. One of the biggest reasons why people buy a property is because they want to earn the rental income. So is it easy to own a property? No, it's not easy to own a property. You still have to go through the procedure. You still have to mind what kind of design for your house is better. You still have to maintain it. So these are some of the things that you still have to initially put a lot of time and effort into it. Only then you can start earning that passive income. But in the long run, passive income can definitely double of what you earn for the time. And from my passive income, okay, even though I actively trade shares, I actually focus a lot of my portfolio on dividend income. So I traded a lot of I buy a lot of like blue chip stocks, okay. And you can see I earn also about like 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 a year just from dividend itself. Even if like the stock goes down or goes up, it really doesn't matter to me, because I know that the company is doing well and it's a very stable company. And as long as they got dividend that year, I still managed to maintain a good amount of money. And for my book, I write online. I write online stories. I write online ebooks. So I put in like a few months effort writing that book, and I posted it online. And I just put it online, and then whenever somebody buy it, the ebook sale automatically come into my account itself. So this one is recently I earned about 898 ringgit just from selling my book. And I don't really have to do any marketing on it. My publisher will help me do that for me. And this is just recently, because we started the YouTube like from last year, and we started monetizing our YouTube since January. So within this couple of months, we have already earned about 99 US dollar. So these are some of the things I believe that ongoing will definitely help my wealth portfolio, growing my wealth. And so ultimately, if you have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, ultimately what you want to do for your own monthly cash flow is to build even more passive income. Whichever passive income that you choose one that you think you can sustain, you can grow. And even if you do not have any skill, in that, you can definitely go for it. Okay. So for my goal, whichever investment do you think I should go for? Usually for me, I don't believe there is best investment out there lah. Okay, for me is as long as that investment can help me reach my targeted goal, I would go for that investment. Of course, the lesser risk would be better. If let's say they can give me a guaranteed interest, high guaranteed interest with lower risk, I would definitely go for that. My idea of portfolio planning is always just aim for my targeted interest. Okay. So like for example, I've calculated my retirement goal. I need about 2.2 million, okay, at the age of 60. And based on what I have been doing for myself right now, I still need about 500,000 for my retirement. And what I suggest to everybody out there is that whatever investment you choose, okay, as I said before, you must have a goal amount, okay? If let's say your retirement requires 2 million, okay, you must know how much you need first, okay? You must know how much you need. You also must know how much time you have left, okay? So let's say if you say your retirement is 2 million and you're already 55, so you got 5 years left until you need to reach 2 million, but you only got 100,000 to reach 2 million. So in reality, realistically speaking, how we're going to grow 100,000 to 2 million would be either you really risk it all into a very high risk investment, or you just have to accept the fact that you cannot spend so much. You have to minimize your spending. Then after you figure out how much time you need, how much goal you need, how much amount you need for your goal, then you must figure out what is your targeted interest rate. Okay, just like previously, I said that after I calculated, I need about 7%. And then you need to see what are the probability and risk that can give you that interest rate. So as you can see here, I every month I can put about 2,000 ringgit into my monthly savings. Okay. And in order for me to get like at least 1.3 million, I need at least another 7%. That means annually I need to achieve 7%. And as I showed you previously, from my stock itself, I earn 40%, 20%, 26%. Of course, if I can earn more, that would be great. Okay, that would definitely be great. But I just want you to know that it is not about me wanting to be rich. Okay, if I can earn more, that is a bonus. But for me, as long as I can achieve 7%, I win already. Seriously, one. If today EPF can give me 7% guaranteed every year, I would gladly put all my money into EPF. I tell you right now. But we know that in reality, it's impossible. And that is why I only accepted the fact that I need to take some risk to invest, because I need that 7%. All right. So there is no best investment. From what I learned so far, there's no such thing as best investment. You just need to choose one that helps you reach your goal. All right. And choose an investment based on your risk. Not everybody can do share trading. Not everybody can accept the risk. I can earn 20% today. I also can drop 20% today. It is possible. Just like we just recently shared a cryptocurrency video on our YouTube channel. You can easily earn 50% in a day, but you can also easily drop, negative 50% a day. And if you like to know, if you're still very confused on what kind of investment suits you, you can actually consult us. We know we are trained certified wealth planners, and we know how to design a portfolio for you. But all I have to tell you is choose an investment based on your risk. If you cannot accept the risk, then don't go for that investment. And then also, finally, be wary of borrowing money to invest. I'm not saying like how people borrow personal loan to invest in share market. Okay, some people will say, it's stupid to do that. I would never do that. But actually, everybody do this. You know why? Because you actually borrow money to buy property to invest. Correct? It is still borrow money because you don't own the property. You borrow the money from bank to invest in a property. Correct? So you must also understand until you settle that loan, you're actually still paying interest for it. And if you do not rent, that's why I highly recommend, if let's say you are buying a property for investment, you must put in effort to rent out that property. If not, a lot of people I know, they buy the property, they let it be there for 20 years, 30 years, okay, hoping that the property value will go up. But you must also understand the reality that there is a possibility the property may not go up. Possible. It's actually possible one. You never know. Just like when people say pandemic never happen. It still happen. The risk may be minuscule, but it's still a risk. And why would you want to delay that loan until 30 years? You see, if let's say I buy a property for my own stay today, a 500,000 property, landed, okay, don't know whether it's still possible or not, but yeah, so 500,000 landed property, if I pay for my own stay, usually most of the people out there, notice that they will borrow a 30-year loan, okay, and then they will pay for 30 years because until I retire, I don't need to worry about already. But you think about it, if you're not using that extra money, if let's say you earn a more income over the years and you're not using the extra money to invest, or you're not using the extra money to do something to grow your wealth, then you might as well use the extra money to pay off your loan. Because over the 30 years, you're paying an interest of 374,000. 30 years, you pay 374,000 to the bank, I don't know 30 years later, you still can buy a flat with that money or not, but it's still a substantial amount. I believe many of you agree. Why would you want to extra pay a 374,000 to the bank, whereas you can just settle within the 15 years and then you only pay 172,000? Correct, right? So my advice is, whatever you do, whenever you borrow money from the bank to do investment, whether that is for property, whether that is for share, whether that is for whatever investment that out there, settle it as soon as possible. Because my understanding of financial freedom is to live a debt-free life and be financially independent from others. And that is what all of us aim for. Yes? So after you have achieved this, then we talk about how to become richer. But most of us out there, we don't achieve this. That's why we, struggle a lot, even at our retirement age. And if let's say you want that financial statement, the monthly cash flow, all you have to do is follow our YouTube or just go to our Instagram and you find a link, okay? And you can download our ebook, which is how to start making your money to work for you. And also you can get our monthly cash flow statement where you can track your monthly expenses. Okay, so that's it for our session today. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask us right now.
Thank you, Ivy. Thank you, Ying. Thank you for you both very insightful sharing just now. So I think the biggest takeaway for me that I have listened is like when you start a financial plan, is that not asking you to be very rich, but instead of getting rich, it's like you get freedom. You are debt free and you are financial independence from others. So I think this is the biggest takeaway for me. Thank you for your insightful sharing. So right now we already have 10 questions. So be ready for that. So let me share my screen. I can share the questions. Okay, let me share the screen. And guys, now is our Q&A sections. So everyone just just don't go just on the left yet, and then please ask as many questions as you can. because this is their first time that doing the live show. It's not like it's an opportunity that is very rare. So please just grab this opportunity and ask as many as questions as you can. So yeah, I don't know. The first question is, yeah. So this is the questions from Speed Home. So our answer is Speed Home planning to expand his offline services to other states from KL and Selangor, at least nearby states first, such as Seremban, Ipoh. So right now we don't have this plan yet, but still you can still use Speed Home to advertise your property. We still don't charge, and just what you need is just you just need to show the house by yourself lah. Then other services Speed Home will take care for it. So yeah, I hope I answer your question. So the second is Mr. Ken. He asking a question is which investment is a for risk to taker now? For risk taker, can share more on book writing. Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is for me. Yeah. Okay. So
Yep.
Ken, if let's say you are new to investments, okay, whatever investment that you want to go to, I would say you can experience it all. What investment is good right now in terms of trend is definitely shares. So a lot of people is jumping into playing shares right now. I say play lah. Okay, so a lot of people is actually very keen to invest right now. And if let's say you're not very sure on how to invest, I would definitely recommend you can also take in unit trust, or also you can open a fund supermart account for yourself and try to invest in there. Be prepared to lose money. The first 2 to 3 years, right, I lost like at least 10,000 in just share trading. But after that, I over the years I actually earn about 60 to 70,000 just from share trading also. So you must understand what are the amount of money that you're willing to lose. Okay, share trading doesn't really require 1,000 or like 10,000 or 100,000 of your money. You can actually just start share trading with just as little as 10 ringgit. Yeah, seriously, like as little as 10 ringgit. You can do that. And if that is the amount that you're willing to lose, like you put in 10 ringgit into the share, you're willing to lose 10 ringgit, never mind, 10 ringgit, I can just throw away in the rubbish, then okay, go ahead with that. All right. As for the book writing, I do some freelancing on Fiverr, and also I do some freelancing on writing novels online. So if you want to know more, I actually will be sharing a YouTube video more about it later on in the next few weeks. So I scared I take too much time here, so you can actually subscribe our YouTube channel, and then you can see our video on that.
Yeah, just type the financial fitness on the YouTube search, and then you will find the Ivy and also Ying channel. So next questions. So which passive income should I go for? Wow, I think this is very short questions, very long answer.
Which passive income you should go for? When I first think about what passive income I want to go for, right, I just choose whatever that I like, because I know that I'm willing to spend 5 hours a day on that passive income. Okay, and this is depending subjective to everybody one. Like for example, if I ask you, can you put in 5 hours of your time every single day doing Grab driver or not? I cannot. I tell you right now, I cannot. I tell you, I cannot be inside the car for 5 hours every single day. I would die. All right. So, but for me, I can look at my computer, write stories, write articles, I write books for 5 hours every single day. I have no problem with that. So try to find something that you're good at. Try to find something that you can be tolerate with. That is the passive income you should go for. Yeah.
Okay, next. Tom, if I'm no experience on investing, should I still invest? This is a very dilemma question. I think it's like, but yeah, pass to Ivy or Ying to answer.
You want to answer this?
Yeah, Ying, I think you can just, we can hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, very clear.
so for Tom, right? Hello?
Yes, yeah. If I no experience in investing, should I still invest?
Uh,
Yeah, question number 5.
I would say you will have to do your own research first. Instead of just blindly jumping into investment, you have to do substantial amount of research first, and also make sure that your foundation is firm enough for you to invest. Because, like I said just now, if today your pyramid is not stable enough and you have absolutely no experience in investing, and you just blindly choose one and just jump into it, the chances is you will lose without even knowing why you have lost. And
Yep.
that is the worst. And a lot of people actually experience this. So
Yep.
educate yourself. Actually, there's so many infos online. YouTube, you can follow our YouTube channel. You can also Google. There's so many information online. And from there, you'll be able to learn tons.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's just like you just need to know if you have no experience, then you should start to subscribe some good YouTubers content such like the financial fitness. Just click on the subscribe and then click on the bell, the button. Then they will update you time on time. And then when you think you're knowledgeable enough, then you can start your investing. Or you just prepare a money that you can just think you can lose it all, then you can start it to on this kind of the investing. I think this will also help. So question number 6, Hang, if pandemic have already affected me, what should I do now?
Okay. Yihang, I believe actually a lot of people are actually facing this right now because of the pandemic. And just like the client that I mentioned just now during my slides, he's facing the same situation as well. And when he approached me, I actually told him, cut your regular investments. If currently you're doing regular investment in unit trusts or in shares, take it out, cut it. You stop your regular investment first to reduce your expenses, to reduce your money from flowing out. Because if today I cannot even eat, how can I afford to invest? So that's the first thing you need to cut. And other things that you can consider is actually listing down all your expenses and really looking at one by one. And you see which one is actually not a need and not necessary. From there, you can actually find out a lot of things that we have actually previously subscribed or actually committed into that is actually not necessary. And if that doesn't work, another way is actually to one of my client, he actually tried everything, like reducing his regular investment, and it still didn't work. He reviewed his expenses, still didn't work. I would say sell your investment, your unit trust, the ones that you have already accumulated previously. You will have to consider to sell it off, because even if it's at a loss, you have to take a portion out of it. Because if today it's really tight, that's one of the options that you have to do. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Jimmy asked another very good question. Where should I park my emergency fund?
Okay, so Jimmy, emergency fund must be parked in a place that's very liquid. That means today, if I have an emergency, I must be able to take out that money immediately. So that's also one of the reasons why unit trust and also shares may not be advisable or a suggested portal for you to put in, a platform for you to put in. Because for you to withdraw it, it will take usually like 3 working days or 3 to 5 working days, and it's working days. If you need the money during holidays or public holidays, long weekend, what are you gonna do? So put it somewhere that is very liquid, like bank accounts, saving accounts. And if you feel that I have limited money and I am actually trying to build my emergency fund, I want at least a little bit of return, go for high yield saving accounts. Nowadays, there are many banks that's offering high yield saving account. If you were just to Google, you'll be able to find a long list of it. And high yield saving account, even though the return is not a lot, maybe 1 point something or maybe 2%, it's still good. It's better than nothing, better than just putting it in your current account. So I think these places are a good place to actually park your emergency fund.
So I also got one thing to share about the emergency fund. Actually, there's some bank, they do offer credit card and saving account package. So if you subscribe their credit card, then you in the meanwhile you also park your money under their you deposit your money in their bank, then you will get like normal. I think last time I saw a package that someone offered me is 2.2, so it's quite good. That's some foreign bank. Actually, you can just Google lah. I don't want to upsell any products here. You can just go iMoney or Ringgit Plus. They got this kind of package there. Okay, iMoney, Ringgit Plus. You can just go there. So next, Chan, it's going to take me 3 years to raise my emergency fund. That it means I should only invest after 3 years.
Chan, the short answer is yes. Yes, I would actually really suggest you to actually invest only after you have built your emergency fund, because if you halfway here, halfway there, and you make losses in your investment, you end up just losing your whole emergency fund, and you have to start all over again. So
yeah, and
yes.
Chan, perhaps you need to think like how can you generate more cash flow. Or the second thing is like if you're renting house, use Speed Home. We are zero deposit platform, so you can save your deposit for your emergency fund. So the second thing I think is you can just consider to increase your income by doing some side hustle. Also in the financial fitness, I saw one of their video is like that is a five way to generate your side income during work from home. I saw your video, so you also can go to watch the video, and then probably they will give you some inspirations.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, next. So Ivan, insurance based on 7 recommend as a part of the plan.
1, 2, 3.
Again, if I assume that you're referring to either investment linked insurance or saving plan and endowment plan. And the most important thing is you must understand how it works. Okay, no matter what investment you go through, even like you do property investment, or you do like share trading, or you do like insurance based savings, understand how it works. Don't just take the agent's word as it is, all right? Unless it's somebody that you really trust. Insurance-based savings, is it recommended? It depends. It depends on you, Insurance-based savings is not bad, all right? It has its own perks because it does come with some insurance. Like for example, if let's say you got if you face critical illness or you have total permanent disability, the insurance will auto save your money for you, and that is like kind of like one of the few things that only insurance can do. All right, and insurance investment link are way safer compared to unit trust and also for share trading, because the fund manager from insurance investment link plans, they know that this is from insurance itself, and they will try to hold back. They don't spend it all into the share market. So understand what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages. Okay, again, if you're willing to take high risk, okay, high risk means potential high return. Okay, high risk means potential high return. And if let's say you're not willing to take the high risk, okay, then you can go for the insurance-based savings.
Cool. So next question, which stock giving good dividend? Can share some tips? I don't think you guys should share because you are not licensed. Now SC is already issued out a statements that if you don't have a license, you comment on this kind of the stock stuff, then you'll get gonna. But you can just go to the apps. I can introduce you an app, KLSE. Just download the apps, and then the apps will help you to find will teach you how to find you can check all the dividend stock that in the app. Yeah, KLSE. So no tips. Jay, investment actually for what? Is it really necessary?
Okay. Actually for what? For what is to help you convert your time to generate more money. Okay. As I mentioned in my presentation earlier, you have very limited time. Okay. Even if you work, no matter how much time you put into your job, right? You only got 24 hours a day. And investment is something that don't take too much of your time and still can generate some income for you. And if you want that, definitely invest. Is it necessary? I would say personally, I think it's necessary, because again, even if no matter how hard you try to control your expenses, you cannot defeat inflation. Okay, inflation is is invisible, but it is there among us. And with medical inflation nowadays, and also for food prices inflation nowadays, every year the food prices increase by 3%. You don't know, but actually, you notice that your breakfast is getting more and more expensive. So if you want to beat the inflation itself, you will have to invest.
Correct. So yes, even though the money they put in the bank, because right now our normal FD interest rate is like 2.2. So and then our inflation rate is about 4 to 5. So it means like every money, 1 ringgit that you put into the Malaysia, actually you lost like 0.1 cents something. Yeah. So this is something that everyone should be aware lah. So yeah. So I think yes, we have another friend. Sorry, just now the emergency fund, where to put, yeah, some interest can earn rather than just sit in the bank account. So Ken, I think we just share with you. Should be cash. Just now, yeah, Ying, will you repeat again about the emergency fund? Where should park?
Sure. Okay. So for emergency fund, like I said, it must be somewhere that's very liquid, very easy for you to take out, very accessible. And I understand, as you mentioned, that some places that can give you some good return. I won't actually mention which bank, but if you were to Google high yield saving account, okay, you'll be able to find tons of high yield saving accounts that's giving, I would say, quite good returns. And the returns would be like around 1.5, sometimes 2, and just now Paul even mentioned 2.2%. So this high yield saving accounts are the places that I would highly suggest you to put in emergency fund.
Yeah. So I think almost there today. So we will take another 2 questions. If no one asks question, then probably we should close the session. But we just wait for like 1 or 2 minutes. Wait for another 2 questions. So yeah, but I personally have 1 question. So right now, right, the medical card and also the life insurance. So is it necessary for youngsters, right, about like 25 to 30? Should I get this both insurance product, or I just have medical card that is enough?
As I also showed just now in my slides as well, like, okay, one medical card is, of course, definitely it's very important because it actually helps us to cope with high medical bills. But medical bills is not the only crisis that we might face in the future. Another one is loss of income, basically to lose the ability to work anymore. And if let's say today I met an accident, I become permanently disabled, I won't be able to earn the income that I was able to earn previously. Even though I have a medical card, it can only cover my medical bills, but I'm already OKU. I don't need any more medical bills to be covered. What I need is money. So only life insurance, the income payout, would be able to help me on this. So of course, if today I were to suggest, I would actually really suggest to take both life insurance and medical, but it would also depend on your commitment and also your the money management part. Yes.
I see. Thank you so much.
Just now for the emergency fund, right? There's also another place that you can also consider putting your emergency fund is actually FD, fixed deposit. So after you have already accumulated a pool of emergency fund, I understand it must be liquid, but if you still want to have some good returns, you can actually put it in FD and also put it in high yield saving account. So what I would usually do is I would do auto transfer to a high yield saving account after I've already accumulated a substantial amount. Okay, then I still want to secure it, okay, for my emergency purposes. I'll put it in FD so that the interest is slightly higher compared to high yield saving account. So that's another way you can actually allocate your emergency saving fund to actually have more interest.
Yep. Should take note, everyone. Just don't listen, then you didn't practice, means that you didn't listen. Okay, so come back to Ken questions. Ken have a very good question. Should I utilize the cash value to pay my premium since got some? Do you understand?
Yeah. Are you?
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So okay. So I need to understand why do you want to use the cash value to pay for your premium? Okay. So I assume that it's because you maybe tight with your money right now, and then you don't have money to pay for your premium, and that's why you want to use the cash value to pay for your premium. Then I would say okay lor. The cash value is there for you to use. If you have no other way, then definitely you can go there. But should you practice this? Then no, definitely no, because a lot of people do not know that cash value is actually there to mitigate the high insurance inflation. All right. As you pay your premium, you don't know that actually the insurance cost is rising it's rising. And the cash value is there for the company to invest so that they can help you cover the increasing insurance costs. And if you continue to withdraw this, and which I've seen many people, they withdraw their cash value to either buy furniture for their house, renovate for their house, or just go for vacation, which is the worst thing that they can do for their insurance. End up their insurance lapse, and then in the end they want to restart their insurance again. They cannot because they have not enough money to cover for the higher insurance cost. So don't do it unless it is necessary. Use your cash value as an emergency fund. I would recommend that you think of your cash value as your emergency fund rather than using it for any other purposes.
Cool. I think this is a very good, especially medical insurance. The pricing of the medical insurance is rising super fast. So so don't practice unless it's like you really lost your job, you really don't have extra money to pay for your insurance, then you use your cash value to pay for your insurance fee. Or else, once like the cash value is already dry, then perhaps you need to pay a very high amount of your insurance premium. So so Ken also reply something. It's like cost investment more with my available money, can invest more with my other extra money. Investment is always extra money, so you cannot perhaps it's not really recommended that you take out your insurance money to invest. Okay, we take another one questions, then we should close today, or we should end today's sections. And also don't forget, guys, today 3 o'clock to 4:30, we have invited another very very good speakers, Stashaway Country Manager, Mr. Wong Wai Kin. He's also will come to us to share about how do you diversify your investment risk with ETF. So you should, I think, if you guys 3 to 4:30, you have some time, or you just join our Q&A section, also never mind. I think this is a very also another very insightful presentation, same as today, that the session that Ivy and Ying bring to us. So 3 to 4 today, in the same time, we also have our another sections about the stash away ETF sections. So
I'm sorry, Paul. I just want to add. Just now,
Please.
Ivy mentioned that the cash value, you can actually use it as emergency fund. But when you use it as emergency fund, it means that you need to put it back in. If let's say you take it out permanently and you don't add it back in, it's actually not using. It's actually not the right way, because in the end you will still face high medical insurance costs, and also cause your policy to lapse in the future. So if today it's really necessary because of the pandemic and so on, you need to take the cash value out for emergency purposes, you have to put it back in the future.
Understood. Okay, so I think today times is we have a friends, he's typing, so we waiting for his last questions. And okay. Oh, he just said thank you. Okay. Okay. He's finished your questions. Is the insurance premium need to review after a few years? Good questions.
insurance premium need to review after few years.
Package, I think.
I hope you mean the benefit, like as in like the coverage. So yes, if you are referring to the coverage, then yes, it is actually advisable to actually review it every few years. It's just like your emergency fund. So if today you have already set this amount of coverage, okay, few years later your needs may have changed. So your income, your commitment has grown, so you will need more protection now. So it is actually advisable to review your insurance packages every 2 years or every 2-3 years, I would say.
Cool. Okay. Jen, last question is really SSPN fund deposit to deduct tax. What will the amount categorized as here? The SSPN fund.
So you want to know the for tax deductible, the tax relief for SSPN, which one it will be categorized, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you do the tax relief, right, there is a section, it is specifically for SSPN one. There is a specific area for SSPN one. You just need to look it in the form. It's actually quite direct.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just want to add, especially for I believe that among us are mostly 25 to 35 years old, and if let's say you're very new to investments, you definitely should, if you don't have money to pay for classes, you definitely should go for all these free classes to learn more about investments. If you're afraid to invest, then go and learn. Like I said, I never paid for my share trading classes. All I did is like I go for, like Speed Home will do a free seminar for you to educate you on how to invest. This is something that you have to usually pay out there. And if you're not willing to pay, then you should definitely take your time to go and attend.
Yep. Every month we have at least 4 sections, and for lockdown we're able to run like a 9 sections. Yeah, the 9 sections of the speakers or something. Yeah. So the last question, I think, sorry, I need to just this is really a last questions. So I'm going to cut off. So this is the last questions. How you view in ASNB? I think you guys have a video on this, right? ASBN, actually, I think ASNB.
No. Okay, so for investment in ASB, right? If today you are taking a loan to actually invest in this, I won't really recommend actually, because in the end, after you pay your loan interest and so on, if your return, the dividend is not as high as your loan interest, you are still gonna lose out, and it is still a loan in the end. So that is the thing with ASBN. But if today you are purely investing it using your own cash, not borrowing money, then it is actually also a good platform, another platform to actually invest your money in. So we actually did a video on this as well. So you can actually YouTube the financial fitness and also look for ASBN. And just like what Ivy mentioned previously, to borrow money to invest, there's something that you have to be very, very careful about, and also look into terms and conditions about it as well.
Yep. So okay, so guys, I think today Ivy and also Ying share a very great sessions, and also they are very nice answers so many questions for our users and also our audience. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming to Speak Home and willing to share your precious time to us to share about how can we start our financial fitness, how can we succeed with a good financial plan. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your time. So anything to add on? If not, I will just call these sessions end.
Just want to say thank you very much for inviting us to thank you very much, Paul, for inviting us to speak on this seminar. This is our first live seminar as the
Very
financial
good.
fitness channel. I hope that in the future we collaborate even more
Sure.
in the future. We also hope that if anybody else who is watching this channel, if let's say you like to collaborate with us, we definitely open for collaboration. And if you want to understand more about how to improve your finance, again, feel free to come to our channel and then put down your comments down there. We are very happy to answer them. It makes there's no other joy from seeing you improve financially, and that is truly our goal for our channel.
Cool. And don't forget, they are really practicing in the financial planning company or something. If you really want someone to help you to review, probably also can get in touch to their YouTube channel, The Financial Fitness. Just PM them, leave a comment, leave your contact so that they can engage with you more. So yeah. So guys, thank you so much and have a great day ahead. So see you at 3 p.m. The Stash Away, how do you diversify your investment risk via ETF? Thank you so much, guys. Have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.